Hey, Shalom. I want to give all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachahakodash. Double honor to the elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. A sincere Shalom, Labakarium, Shah Yasha'Allah. There's peace to the hopeful elect of the nation Israel. Now I was looking at this report here. This is coming from Dabu 7. It just came out probably about 40 minutes ago. And you see this object here. They got it. This is fair use. This is they got it boxed out over here on the right there. That object right there is I think he said 66 kilometers long. Let me see something. Yeah, no, 20 kilometers long, which comes out to about 12.5 miles. So with that, it'll take you probably about an hour riding by car, probably at an average speed of 65 miles per hour, to actually go around the perimeter of this object. So this object, and what gets me, that's a pretty big object down. Esau is saying he don't know what it is. You know, we don't know what to do. This is the size of the object, but this is how fast the object is moving. I'm gonna let the video play, but we know that, we was instructed to watch what's going on up top, because our Lord tell you in Revelations 1:7, the Lord is coming back in that cloud. So there's all kind of things going on. Now they haven't identified this or said it was, any shape of an orb or anything. They just letting you know something is traveling at major speeds coming into our space, so to say. We know we had some very interesting times, Hakim, Akwav. This is a time for excitement, so we know help is on the way. With everything Esau about to do, Jacob's trouble, he about to come down with great wrath. World War III about to start, the mark of the beast. And we know, according to Daniel's, the 12th chapter, Michael is going to stand up for the elect in that day. And we're looking at a time where the angels and more mysterious and miraculous things are happening in the planet Earth, because the angels are about to make a move. Esau has reached his pinnacle. He's at a point to where he can't cross, but he's going to try to force a crossing with his new world order. But these angels and these vehicles they seeing in space, moving at the rate of speed. Let me see this here. Matter of fact, let me play a little
7, and it is official. They are stating that there is a new interstellar object that's entering our solar system. Now, this object has been dubbed C2025N1 Atlas. It is about 20 kilometers wide, and it's moving at a very, very fast speed, blistering speed, as they say, of 66 kilometers a second. Now, this Atlas asteroid system was picked up and photographed on June 14th, and now they're saying that this is only the third known interstellar object to pass through our solar system on record. This follows the mystery object of Muamua in 2017, and they literally have it classified as that mystery.
Now I know about that more, that I think it's called the Mamu, which is I think the scientists in Hawaii, they dubbed it that, but it's also called the Black Knight. Now this thing has been circling planet Earth, according to their scientists, for 12,000 years. They don't know what it is. It just sits out there in a Van Allen belt, and they can't touch it. Now it will come close to Earth, but then it'll shoot off at great speeds anytime Esau try to send his gadgets out there to investigate it. So you ain't gonna tell me Esau don't know that there's a Lord and there's a higher power than him, and he's being surveilled. Because that Mau Mau, or that Black Knight, they call it the Black Knight satellite, has been watching his ass since he came out the cave, since he came into rulership. And they can't touch it.
Oumuamua, and it was very interesting in detail. When it came by, we got a closer glimpse at some of the detail, and it was long. It looked metallic in nature, and then it picked up speed when it lifted off up out of here. These are facts about that object. Then there was Comet Borisov in 2019, which again, there was a lot of speculation and mystery around that. They were calling it a comet, but some of the details, people were like, I don't know, the way it's moving and its movement, it was rather mysterious. But that got overlooked because of all the lockdowns and everything we went through at that time. Most people just remember Oumuamua. Well, this is the third one. And they're saying they believe this too can be a comet. And what else are they going to call these things? It's not till after they pass by and they lift off up out of here that they seem to drop greater details.
So as you can see, Esau don't know what the hell is going on. And when you read some of these comments here, man, these people are lost. So when our Lord show up, only the hopeful elect, we gonna understand what's happening when the invasion happens and the takeover happens, man. You read some of these comments, but I like this here because the guy broke down those kilometers here. As you can see, it says, if you think about it, according to NASA, of course, the space shuttle travels approximately 25,000 miles per hour. So that means that this thing is traveling 6 times faster than the space shuttle, man. And as you can see, the guy did the math up here, man. So you tell me insane speeds, something is going on. And we know what's going on. Time is short on planet Earth. But you read some of these comments, these people don't know what the hell is going on. Don't know how they have speed cameras out that way, whatever that means. Let me see some of these other comments. Somebody says Jesus Christ. That's not his name, Jesus Christ. His name is Yahushua of Nazareth. It's coming. Look at this fool. Look, this guy say not real. These people, they have no clue. It says we are being monitored, which is true. The Lord said he would investigate this man at the last days. It says supernovas are happening. It says as long as it stays up there, no, it won't. These ships are coming in. It says one guy said, what's a kilometer? You better get with it. Use your Googles, man. It says you seem to find out a lot, or whatever. Thanks, Dabu. There's no interstellar soul. Somebody said so what? So people just, they all over the place, man. So we so blessed to be in this time with this understanding and information and hope. Because what we have is hope, which starts with our faith, and we see that these prophecies are coming to pass. Because our Lord made a statement here in the book of Acts. Let me see. I'm going to start from verse Acts 1:9. It says, and when he had spoken these things, that he's talking about Yahushua, he was speaking to the disciples. This is right before he ascended, into the ship. It says, and when he had spoken these things, while they beheld, he was taken up. So he was snatched up. He went up. And a cloud received him out of their sight. So what's that cloud? That was the ship. The ship came down and took our Lord Yahushua. Same way the ship took Enoch. The ship took Elijah. The ship came down. And it was a glorious ship because the disciples was gazing. So the ship came down and took Yahushua into the sky. It says, while they looked up, steadfast towards heaven, as he went up, behold, 2 men stood by in white apparel, which said also, you men of Galilee, why stand ye gazing up into heaven? This same Yahushua, which is taken up from you into heaven, shall so come in like manner as ye see him go into heaven. So, yeah, you damn right we watching the ships, man. Because it just lets you know right there, the same way you saw him go up into the heavens, he coming back. This is NLT. Men of Galilee, they said, why are you standing here staring into heaven? Yahushua has been taken from you into heaven. But someday, and it's the day we in, he will return from heaven in the same way you saw him go up. And now we waiting for our Lord's return. That's what's going on. And the Lord tell you, every eye shall witness that return when he come back in that cloud. This is Revelations 1 verse 7. It says, behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye. So the Lord is coming in that cloud that he went up in. He's coming back. He's returning someday that same way. And every eye. And the Lord means it's every eye. Like, this stuff is going to be reported on a high level real soon. High level, man. Because if the gloves are off, that's why time is moving faster. Everything is speeding up. Because we're getting closer to our Lord's return. So he said, every eye shall see him. And they also which pierced him, proving reincarnation. So those men that pierced our Lord 2,000 years ago are here today in different flesh to witness this. And the Lord going to open everybody's mind, especially those men. And they going to know, oh shit, excuse my language, like, oh, we touched the Lord. Man, that's going to be a very scary day for those men, man. It says, and all kindreds of the earth shall well because of him. Even so, amen. So this is, look, the day that we coming in. They ain't got no force. Esau ain't got his AI technology. There's nothing on planet Earth ready for this battle that they're in.
Is it going to be the same here? Well, you should be able to see this object as it passes on close approach between Earth and Mars in October of this year. You'll be able to see it with backyard telescopes and things of that nature. And we should have more images and all that. And who knows, you may get a surprise like we got with that one comet that lit up in the sky where everyone could literally...
Yeah, see, they waiting for a comet. Like, these are hopeless people, man. See, this information can only be activated by faith. Other than that, yeah, you're going to just think of the damn rock is just moving at that speed, and it may hit planet Earth and everything is going to die. And, that's all science fiction TV. That's why the prophecies are so important. I tell you that planet Earth remains forever. One generation cometh and another goeth away and another generation cometh. But the earth abideth forever. That's Ecclesiastes 1. So we know what's going on. Just, hey, blowing the trumpet, things are happening, and it's happening fast out here. So we stay prayed up, we stay circumspect, walk with wisdom toward those that are without, giving all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachaha, Kodash. Double honor to the elders, a great millstone who taught me this truth. A sincere shalom, labakarian, shal yasha Allah.